This week, tons of games are getting Steam Deck updates and compatibility keeps growing. And a new version of Proton brings huge changes. Plus, great deals on Steam Deck accessories. All of this and more today. First up, let's talk about Postal 2. Wait a minute, Postal 2? Isn't that game like 20 years old? Yes, it is. And in honor of 20 years, developer Running with Scissors has delivered a brand new update, version 5100. Some of the standout additions to this patch include Community Mod X Patch, which has been integrated as an official change to the game, a new game mode called 2 Weeks in Paradise, a new classic mode, new ludicrous difficulty, new cheat codes, new weapons, and a ton more. But the standout feature, and let's be honest, the reason we're talking about it in this video today, is because of the official Steam Deck support. According to the announcement post, Postal 2 is now fully compatible with the Steam Deck. This is awesome because games like this, Postal 2, should be able to be played at like native 4K. I'd love to see older titles get new Steam Deck support updates. Now, I have to be honest though, I've never played Postal 2, so I'm curious if you have. Are you excited about this Steam Deck update? Leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Now, Dead Island 2 is finally out and it's been met with some mixed reviews from critics. One thing most people seem to agree on though, is that Dead Island 2's performance is pretty good. It seems to work well. In a report over on Rock Paper Shotgun, James Archer says that he encountered a few issues with running the game on SteamOS. For example, the game compiles its shaders every time he launches it, but it only takes about 5 seconds to do so each time. Cutscenes also seem to have a minor issue where a buffered frame from the last cutscene he entered will display as you enter a new cutscene for a split second. The elephant in the room though is that this game does not have a Steam release yet, so getting it to run on deck requires either Heroic Launcher or installing the official Epic Games launcher on your deck. Ugh. Now, I would recommend the former as it lets you launch your Epic library with different versions of Proton and Wine, and it's just a simplified experience on SteamOS. Though since Dead Island 2 doesn't have a Steam version, it's great to see Proton is agnostic enough to actually run the title. Now, I want to give a special shout out to Sheldon Halcomb and the 73 other members who make what I do here possible. Without the dedication of these fine folks, I would not be able to keep the lights on here. It means the world to me, so thank you. If you believe in the work that I'm doing and you want to help the show and get your name listed over here, you can use the links below to make a pledge and show your support. And thanks. All right, now it's time for a new segment I want to try out, Plugin of the Week. This is a part of the weekly Steam Deck news where I want to highlight some truly awesome community-made plugins for Steam Deck. And boy, do I have a useful one today. I've heard a lot of people complaining about storage space and how shader caches and compatibility data are eating up your space, your limited space on your internal storage. And if you're worried about that, if you're worried about shader caches and compatibility data, look no further than Storage Cleaner. It's an excellent plugin for Decky Loader. Storage Cleaner provides you with disk usage data, including shader cache and compatibility usage. It can identify Steam and non-Steam games. It can also selectively clear shader cache and compatibility data on a per game basis, or it can clear all of it all at once. If you're interested in learning more about this plugin or Decky Loader itself, use the links below. All right, next up, let's talk about these pretty awesome deals for accessories for the Steam Deck. First up is the 1TB SD card that I've recommended here on the channel before. This time it's 60% off. This is an incredible deal as SanDisk is second to none when it comes to SD card brands. And I've had nothing but good luck with my 1TB SD card. It's the same make and model, so I would recommend this. Then we have this charger from Ugreen with 3 USB Type-C ports and 1 Type-A port, which is all rated at 100 watts. It's currently 31% off, and it can charge any combination of devices up to 100 watts using the available ports. This is impressive, and it even specifically lists Steam Deck compatibility. Next, we have the deckmate. Now, this thing is awesome. If you haven't seen it before, I've done a review of it here. Now, full disclosure, the guy who makes this sent me one of these to review, and the link below is an affiliate link. But essentially, the deckmate is the Swiss Army knife of Steam Deck accessories. It has a durable, reliable clip that allows you to mount a variety of different items to the back of the system. And what's really exciting is that last night, the deckmate team rolled out a brand new accessory called the CableMate. If you're a BestMate Rewards member, you get early access to pre-order this thing. Otherwise, if there's any stock left over, you'll be able to pick this up on Tuesday. It's designed to organize the official Steam Deck charging cable, as well as giving you some storage options for your SD cards. and it's designed to fit in the back of the carrying case. There's only 500 units for this first batch, so it'll probably go pretty quickly. But if you're interested in this, check it out. Use the link below, head over to deckmate.me and use the offer code Gardiner10 to save 10% on your purchase. Now, I used the high strength adhesive mount to connect my enormous 10,000 milliamp hour battery to my Steam Deck, and it worked like a charm. You can even buy or 3D print a clip for your kill switch case too. It's pretty awesome. I highly recommend the deckmate if you're a deck enthusiast like I am. It can help solve many common problems. And finally, don't miss out on my new merch. Through the end of the month, you can get 10% off, so don't miss that deal. And this right here is what you can expect, r/spubby anyone. All right, finally this week, we've got a massive new Proton update with version 8.0. This is a huge release with wide-ranging changes. Proton point man pierre-loup has said in a tweet, quote, Proton 8.0 is now available with many changes, our biggest release to date. Note that it requires a GPU with Vulkan 1.3 support. Experimental 8.0 will follow sometime this week. Games that are now considered playable under Proton 8.0 include Forspoken, Samurai Maiden, the Dead Space remake, Disney Dreamlight Valley, Chex Quest HD, and a ton more. And you heard that right, Chex Quest HD. The game is free to play and it's the remake of the century, although it is currently listed as unsupported. But if you tell the game to use Proton 8, it should get the job done. There are a ton of fixes and improvements with Proton 8 as well, but the notable ones, at least in my opinion, are fixing ray tracing in Crysis Remastered, improved multiplayer in Company of Heroes 3, the enabling of NVAPI for many games, non-Latin fonts having been improved in several games, and so much more. Proton is a truly impressive feat. I am excited to see where development goes from here, and I'd love to see a special focus on really old games, games that aren't likely to get any TLC from their developers or publishers. Because I have to admit it, I have a problem. I'm somewhat of a retro PC gaming nerd, if you haven't noticed. Now, I want to thank all the amazing folks that you see over here who have pledged their support to the work that I'm doing. If you want to get your names listed over here, you can use the links below to become a patron, a YouTube member, or a ViewSync Premium subscriber. It's all greatly appreciated. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me here today. With all that said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.